connect with Mike. But we begin with an amazing success story of one of the Tri-State's best assets, Youth First. It's a nonprofit organization for youth substance abuse prevention and early intervention. Founded in 1998 by Dr. Bill Wooten, a man of great passion and persistence. He was a retired family practice physician and the former medical director of addiction services at Evansville's Mulberry Center. Well, Youth First has now evolved into into 57 or 58 social workers. It has 343 prevention programs in 10 counties in 77 schools. It reaches nearly 39,000 students plus parents and teachers here in the Tri-State. So how did it get started first? Well, and who makes up the outstanding organization today? And what are the incredible challenges it faces as it goes and begins another 20 years? For the answers, we're joined by a guy he's won numerous awards and honors. He's a Service Award winner from the state of the Medical Association of Indiana. He was a Rotary Civic Award winner. He got the Distinguished Hoosier Award from Governor Mitch Daniels and the Celebration of Leadership Achievement Award. It's a pleasure to welcome Dr. Bill Wooten to Midday. Bill, thank you for joining us. Talk about what was the inspiration, because this was a life-changing moment for you, wasn't it?
It was, and it has been, and it will be. Mike, I was medical director of an addiction treatment program for nearly 20 years, as you mentioned in your introduction, and during that time I saw about 300 or 400 young people per year with serious problems, kids who were 2 to 3 years into their drug-using careers and oftentimes out of school, out of home. All of their friends were users, in trouble with the law, and very resistant to the efforts of any sort of treatment effort at that age.
Now, getting something started, there were challenges, weren't there?
Absolutely.
So what's the biggest challenge?
Getting the people who I wanted to help me on the same page with how we were going to do this. And then secondly, finding the funding.
And funding today is still
it's a never-ending issue.
But
yes.
Boy, he is a great, talk about persistence. Talk about, you've got wonderful prevention, but how important is early intervention, and you excel at that?
Well, you know, I look at the solutions to the problems we see in the news every day from a couple or three different standpoints. You can put out the fires with law enforcement and treatment and harm reduction, medication assistance, and so forth, and try to help people who are already deeply involved with alcohol and other drugs. Or you can prevent the fires by reaching kids with risk factors, family conflicts, a family history of substance use, mental health issues, and so forth, things that may bump them off the tracks as they move forward in life.
Again, as you look back too, was there a year or was there a turning point where all of a sudden Youth First started to get traction and become the entity it is today?
The organization was founded by me in 1998, and for the first 3 or 4 years we had no employees and we didn't spend much money. It was organizational development, storming, forming, and norming on what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. I would say there was a turning point when we decided to invest in master's level school social workers and develop that program, because schools clearly saw the need for this type of mental health support in their schools.
Talking to Dr. Bill Wooten, and when we return, the doctor's going to talk about the tremendous challenges facing Youth First today, but more importantly, how his incredible staff is meeting those challenges. You're watching Midday with Mike, and we're back in just a moment.